Well, ach bhfuil slú abrád an tróna. An géadal sé is míla mar mahan hain agus some van céile saibhí agus san gachtain a gobar an áras an ótrán fírcín fóilte aribh róh gréir. Agus tis go bhfuil an seansach in páirt a ghlachú in ór galúra in í chun líomh Cork a bhúcantar ceann muintir liminí. So is ó codí specialty an éacht atá buinte amach agus tres lim liver fod lechra na mánaíochta. May I just say what a great pleasure it is to welcome you all to Áras an Uachtaráin on this very, very special occasion. We are honouring your magnificent achievement in winning the Limerick Cup last year. And Sabina and I were absolutely delighted, as I have just said in Irish, to have the opportunity to personally salute and congratulate the team. As I said, Leachra na Mánaíocht, and they are giants in every sense. But I want to congratulate the coach, the manager, and by extension, all of anyone who made a contribution, parents, family, friends, teachers and mentors, and all of those who helped in any way in arriving at this great achievement, as they would put it, winning the hurling for Limerick. There can be no doubt whatever that last year was a very proud year for Limerick, a year in which you were able to hold the McCarthy Cup high, not just around the city, but all out through the county. And I think what's very interesting, as well as that, there was a special pleasure in being able to say is that having been ranked 7th by those who should have known better, to go all the way behind Galway, Tipperary, Cork, Waterford, Kilkenny and Limerick. And there you are, I think they're widely regarded as having one of the strongest squads in the game. And I was delighted to, including, for example, in that squad, Hurler of the Year, Cian Lynch. I see this red hair there somewhere. And indeed, Young Hurler of the Year, Kyle Hayes. I have to say, at the All Ireland, it was a great pleasure to witness the joy and excitement that your magnificent achievement brought to Limerick last year, when you defeated defending champions Galway 316 to 218 at Croke Park in front of thousands of your delighted supporters, who witnessed that historic moment and saw Limerick win the title that they had been seeking since 1973. And I have to say, as Joe Canning took that one of the last pucks of the game, there wasn't a single person in Croke Park who weren't delighted for you and congratulated you on the sportsmanship and indeed the excellence of your achievement. And then there was your return to Limerick, where the rapturous reception in Limerick, tens of thousands of people lining the streets, a wonderful occasion that brought a spirit of celebration to the county that lasted for many, many weeks. I think, and that was rightly so, I think this is a very special year for hurling, and as one I mentioned more than once now in speeches, is this year we were delighted, all of those of us who support and admire Gaelic games and value them. Hurling was inscribed last year on the UNESCO representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity, recognising it as a critical element of our heritage to be safeguarded for future generations. I know some of you here played a key role in that important decision. I was delighted to meet you, and I want to thank you for that and welcome you very warmly here today. Hurling is, of course, one of the oldest field games in the world and has been popular for at least 3,000 years in Ireland. And its first literary references date back to 1272 before Christ, often referenced in the Irish myths and legends. And of course, I've never been really happy with this story, the story of Croke Park, who was named after killing a fierce guard dog by driving a sliotar down its throat. And as a dog lover myself, I am actually working strongly against that version of the origins of the game. But hurling has remained an important part of the fabric of Irish society. You'll have seen it recently in the centenary programmes about Bloody Sunday. The whole all of how it has always been part of the very fabric of Irish society, played in towns and villages across the country, connecting neighbour to neighbour, promoting intergenerational solidarity among young and old, and uniting a diverse and eclectic mix of people as they cheer for their county. The frequent greeting abroad, when you meet people Irish abroad, is who do you shout for? And that's what's more usually said than where are you from. I think that the achievement that you can all be very proud of is not an achievement that came lightly or easily. I have to say, I'm reflecting my age when I met these several people who were all handling statistics. And I asked them, does it work? But people are working on, it's incredible, the detail into the preparations for the game and for the achievement at which the game has come now. And hurling is just such a wonderful game, and people visit us here. Many of them, including heads of state, have said that they would like to go to a hurling game. But the road to sporting success is a challenging one, and those who seek the accolades that you have won require to put in hard work and perseverance through the different setbacks and difficulties that so often stand between us and our goals. And after all, in the end of the day, it is a sport played to a level of excellence by people who admire each other's excellence in competing teams. And success is earned. But I must say today as well, as I've said to some of my own staff, very impressive is the special bond of friendship that is developed through sport and through inspirational teamwork. And what is shown in your team as well, so obviously, is the strength of character that is brought through both that friendship and the training. And I think that many of you as well, they're combining your careers of study or family or with the intensive training that has been necessary to bring about your achievement. That requires a dedication and team spirit, and for that you have the admiration of everybody. And then standing behind the team, there are all those who are supportive in so many ways, and physiotherapy, managing, coaching, and all of that. And then this is the tireless work of volunteers. And I think that what is very, very impressive, Sabina and I are very particularly delighted that you brought your families along, because they are so essential for your success, and we're delighted that they're here. And I think whether it is in organising fixtures or maintaining buildings and pitches, those who look after the pitch, the fundraising, the toughest game of all, the dedication of volunteers is absolutely vital in sustaining clubs in every parish and county on the island. And then I think as well that you will always remember talking to players, they often speak about the first person who actually, they can nearly always remember who gave them their first hurley and who taught them to catch and hit a sliotar. Now I'm from a generation where people would be shouting and roaring to pull on the ball, pull on the ball. The game has totally changed. And maybe we can have all sorts of different views on it. I was born in Limerick, as you know, and then I was reared 14 miles out in County Clare. And then I moved when I was 19 to Galway. So I had a great range. I couldn't go